Welcome to the Face-to-Face. I'm your host, Kyle-Lefebvre. Face-to-Face is a bilingual series of video recorded here in Coquitlam. We acknowledge that Coquitlam is located on the ancestral and unceded territory of the Coquitlam. We thank the Coquitlam people who continue to live on these lands and cares for them along with the waters and all that is above and below. Today I'm with Shawna. Shawna is the Tri-Cities Family Navigator with West Coast Family. Welcome, Shawna.
Thank you for having me.
I feel I've been seeing you around a lot on social media. You're always sharing so much of the beautiful work that you do, and you're helping so many families. So it's an honor to have you with you and share the message even longer than social media and even the location, right? So let's amplify it today. So thank you for coming and talking with me today.
Thanks for having me.
So tell me, West Coast Family, what's happening there?
So West Coast Families has grown so much over the years. We just celebrated our 50th anniversary with our whole agency, and we got lots of new programs in the Tri-Cities as well. Okay,
and you're the Tri-City Family Navigator. So what is that?
So I am one of 3 family navigators now. A family navigator helps parents and children 0 to 6 with resources in the community, help bridge that gap. So if a family's looking for speech and language resources or needs help finding the food bank or anything like that, we help them. We also run our own program and drop-ins, and we also do some parent educational workshops.
Okay. So now let's elaborate a little bit on the services you guys offer. You just touched on a little bit, but let's go a little bit deeper.
Okay. Yeah, so we do some parent educational workshops. For example, we run Circle of Security and Nobody's Perfect Parenting. So what happens is families come to these, maybe they're struggling with some behavior or some mental health or self-care. So, it's a safe place where everybody can come together and, we all give advice and we share and we just kind of, make families feel like they're not alone in it. And then in our drop-ins, we run a really successful Busy Baby and Me drop-in. So, during COVID, everybody felt isolated and alone. So each week at our Baby and Me, we bring in guest speakers each week, and moms, kind of just get together, have coffee and tea, and have the babies play while learning an educational component. So we might have a dental hygienist or the baby time from the library come, or the dental hygienist. So each week is something different, and families just love it. I also run a very successful open gym with SD43, and we run some Mother Gooses, singing songs, lots of different fun programs we offer.
Excellent. So where family can find you? If they're struggling with something, or are they referred by someone?
Yeah, so our services are free and open to anybody.
Oh, wow.
There's 0 wait list, which is awesome. So parents can reach out anytime to family.nav at westcoastfamily.org. They can go on our website and find all of our services and programs there, and also on Instagram and Facebook.
Of course, right. Okay, so let's say there's a family here that's struggling with different things. Sometimes there's different layers, I'm sure, right? Mm-hmm. And they get referred, and then do you sit down with them and you kind of evaluate what are the needs? So tell me what's up.
Yeah, so each family kind of has its own individual case. Some families will reach out and maybe want to meet up. And the nice thing about our role is we can go for coffee. We can go to their houses if need be. And sometimes it's a one-off where they might just want one resource and move on. And then some, we build that one-to-one rapport, and we might work with them for over a few months, helping them with different things over time.
Okay, I can see. So for anybody that's in the Tri-Cities here that would like to help, what kind of support West Coast Family needs?
Yeah, so we run so many different programs in the Tri-Cities. We run a Healthy Babies program, which is a pregnancy outreach program. So for moms, expecting moms, and up to the baby is 6 months old. So each each bi-weekly, they get together with other moms, they have a meal, they talk about the development and all these different things while connecting with each other. Our new programs that we offer is a young parents program. So it's for expecting moms up to 25 or parents. So teenage up to 25, and it has that one-to-one support and education portion as well with it. And we're often, have volunteers come into our programs as well. Sometimes might be, reaching out on the website, and or we'll get students from Douglas College sometimes and volunteer as well.
Shawna, I like it if you can give us an overview of what happened in 2024 and what's planned also for 2025. So let's start with 2024.
Yeah, so in 2024, we ran so many successful programs. I think our biggest success was our early years holiday party we ran in partnership with Tri-City Family Place. We had about 115 families come, and all these different community partner agencies come to do resource tables. We had the fire trucks, the police cars, Santa, crafts tables, crafts with Elder Maria Reed. It was a huge success, and families just loved it and had fun, while also getting some information and resources about different programs in the community.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and some other fun events we've done last year is Halloween story time in the park, where the little ones can dress up in costume and have fun, listening to songs and stories and things like that. And I'd say another successful program that we've done is a partnership with Share Society. So in the summer, we've done pop-up programs in the park in the evenings with the Bear-Aware, Tri-Cities Bear-Aware. So families come, they play, we do some circle and story times, and then the Bear-Aware talks about the bear safety in the Tri-Cities. So families love that. It helps burn off energy before bedtime and gets families out and active.
My kids love talking about bears.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's
Yeah.
Anyways, I have boys, so I'm sure girls too, but
Yeah. Yeah.
just love
Yeah.
it, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And anything else happened in 2024?
Lots. Another success would be our Power Play program. So Power Play is a program where parents can come with their children 0 to 6 and play, but also, maybe get some advice, like maybe, is this normal that my child's doing? Or I'm concerned about this. How can, I get some support on it? And we've also run some neurodiverse parenting groups as well. So, yeah.
So it's quite diverse. Okay, so now what's planned for 2025? I'm sure there's even more coming, but what do you know so far?
Yeah, so just actually started today, but my colleague has started a self-care group for moms, which is as you know, as a mom, self-care is huge. So that's been very popular.
So is it just the moms getting together?
Yeah, it's moms, but also with a registered counselor. Okay. So, and each week they get, learn some new tips and things like that. We do monthly workshops with Elder Maria Reed. So these are kind of unique situations. They're awesome because it's a crafting event for the parents while the children get to play. So someone's
taking care of the children, and then mom gets...
Yeah. In the same space though. But it's awesome because, the last one we did, moms are like, when is the last time I've ever got to sit down and actually craft, right? And it's just amazing.
It's such a good stress.
Yeah.
Right?
So, and this Friday, we're doing a vision board workshop with Elder Maria Reed, to start off the new year. So
this Friday.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So lots of cool things we do. And every day is something different. And that's what I love about my job.
Excellent. Okay, so now you touched on volunteers a little bit. When volunteers come and help you, what do they do?
Yeah, so we have parent ambassadors that come often from Success. So a parent ambassador is a volunteer that speaks a different language. So they might speak Korean or Cantonese, but also English. And when they come, they often greet families, they make coffee, tea, play with the kids, get to know families. And we also sometimes have student volunteers. And same thing, sometimes it's individual. So a volunteer may want to do a craft with kids, or they might want to, teach some songs in their language during circle story time. So it's kind of individual and what they like to do.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So where's the location? Where can we go and find you if we actually want to go there?
Yeah.
I'm hearing you're going a little bit all over activities, but the location is, where's it located?
Yeah, so our Tri-Cities office is just on Manning, which is off of Shaughnessy and Lougheed. So it's Manning and Flint, 2062 Manning Avenue, and that is our Tri-Cities hub. But like I said, we run programs all over the whole Tri-Cities, some indoors, some outdoors. We have something actually for everybody. We have an evening program, weekend programs. We have morning, afternoon. So, with naps, it can always vary. So there's something for everybody, which is awesome.
Is there a place where we can see all those programs? Is there a website we can go and visit?
Yeah, so www.westcoastfamily.org. It has all of our Tri-Cities programs as well as our programs in Vancouver, North Van, Maple Ridge, Ridge Meadows.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we need to register for those programs. If we go online, there's a place to register, and then...
Yeah, so I'd say about 95% of our programs in the Tri-Cities are drop-in based, which is amazing. Okay, so there's no barriers. Yeah, there are a few programs such as our evening resource program. It provides a light dinner for families. So something like that does require registration, and our parent educational workshop series that are about a 6 to 8 week series, those require registration. But everything online will tell you if it's drop-in based or if it's registration.
Okay.
Yeah.
And here you guys are trying to do it as easy as possible.
Yeah.
It is hard if we're struggling with, I don't know, I'm taking an example, postpartum depression.
Yeah.
Sometimes doing one thing, getting dressed, is the thing of the day.
Oh, of course.
And then you have to take care of your baby. So there's a lot of layers to struggle.
We want as low barrier as possible. So, and also, naps can be so, out of the blue. Sometimes they'll be napping, sometimes they'll be napping at different times. So the drop-in base really works for families, and having the multi-variety of programs, morning, afternoon, it really helps with, like I said, there's something for everybody.
Can you give me a few examples of family that West Coast Family helped tremendously?
Yeah, so I'd say over the years, every holiday we do hampers for families. So each, worker may, request some hampers for families, so struggling with maybe financial or food. So we have sponsors that come and help, and we put this past December alone, we had about 150 hampers that went out to families, and that was food, gifts, gift cards, you name it. And I've also helped over, in the last year, families with food resources, newcomers coming to Canada, they come here and they're like, I don't know where everything is, right? So just learning how to be a Canadian, things like that. Also women fleeing abuse or, leaving their spouse, finding childcare, so all these little things help make a difference.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And do you have any families that you guys help that done something amazing back, or now maybe is working with you guys, or is there any full circle in the area here in the Tri-Cities?
Yeah, in our Healthy Babies program, we've had a few of the moms who have graduated with their babies come back and volunteer because they realize what a valuable resource it is. So they come back and do like a mentorship and have come back in the program. And we've also had a few families who, at one time were really struggling were taking part of our services had hamper programs, and maybe now the family is a little bit more on their feet, and they have now sponsored families within our agency to give back. So it's really amazing to see that full circle, and for families to volunteer and give back and want to be a support system for us.
Excellent. So you mentioned now then you mentioned graduation. So tell me, what's the age group of the children? I guess this is what it's based on.
Yeah, so with Healthy Babies, it's for pregnant moms, and they are allowed to attend until the baby is 6 months old, and then they do a little graduation. And then those families it's a nice way to bridge the gap. They then come into like our programs with the Family Navigation, the early years. So early years is 0 to 6 years old, and then they're off to school. So it's kind of a nice flow. We all work together and have that team system and support each other with each other's clients and resources, and so it's quite nice.
And I'm sure you guys are creating so many great friendship, relationship, because I mean, you have 2 little ones, I have 2 little ones, and like we know, like it doesn't matter how many friends you have when all of a sudden you're on maternity leave. Well, your friends are working, so you gotta find new friends, and that gap, it's isolating. It's very difficult. I actually really struggle with that myself. And to have services like this that is out there, and now people can actually meet, and then I'm sure they're doing things outside of the programs. So with that in mind, do you have anybody that created, like, let's say, let's have something in my house, let's have a lunch, a potluck, and they met there and they grew the community, took the initiative, but made it their own and continue growing like this? Have you seen it?
Yeah, we've had, as you know, community connection is so important for families.
So important.
And so moms will come, to the groups, and maybe they don't know anybody in the community, and they come to Baby and Me, or they come to the music classes, and they meet new friends, and they've, so I have seen some really great friendships blossom, and, I've seen families now come together and do walking groups, and so it is really nice to see. And even as the staff there, I get invited to things all the time, and it's kind of like you build a family within everybody coming together.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So what's the future for West Coast families?
Yeah, the future for West Coast. I continue to see new programs and services coming. My brain is constantly always, what can I always want to bring out surveys and ask families, what are we missing? What would you like to see in the Tri-Cities? And if I had a magic wand, I'd have...
what would you like?
Yeah.
What would you need? Yeah.
So if I had a magic wand, I would have like an outreach bus where I would drive to different parks and pop up and bring out toys, and because sometimes families in the community don't know about all these resources, and those are the families that are hard to find. So it would be my dream to go out and find those families and bring fun to communities and different parks and things or events, and just find those hard to reach families but bring the fun. That would be my magic.
I like what you touched on, like how can we reach out to even more families? Because if people don't know there's a service, we just don't know, right? I'm sure sometimes you guys going, let's say, to the some of the Coquitlam, Port Coquitlam, or Fort Moody events, and you must have a tent or a booth and talking to people and reach out to people like that. I guess that's one way to reach out people that actually go to those events, right? So I guess there's a little bit level of complication there of be able to reach out to the people. I know. Yeah,
and it's hard when families don't have internet, or and
because it costs so much money, right?
Yeah, so families who may be struggling, right? It's hard to family who doesn't have internet. They won't know about a lot of things or programs, right? So it's yes, but we do a lot of events, and I do outreach in the community. So I visit all the Strong Starts and the family drop-ins and the libraries. So I try my best to go around and share all the wonderful resources in the Tri-Cities. So that's a big part of our role and our job.
I've seen you around. Shawna, you do an excellent job.
Thank you.
Keep doing what you do.
Thank you.
Do you have any words of wisdom for the families out there that are listening to us today?
Yeah, I'd say if you're a first-time mom or dad and, maybe nervous about getting out into programs or meeting new people, that just how wonderful it can be for you and your children. So, take that initiative and take that step because, you will gain such a good community and lots of support, and that we're here to help you.
Excellent. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
From the Tri-Cities Community Television and myself, Genevieve, thank you so much for joining us today.